Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus, and today you're gonna be playing with a team made by Scylaac, the tournament champion. So he played this against me when we played together, and it was not a very good time for me, I will say that very much, because I was playing with the Goliath comp. It was the first match of our best of 5, and I thought, oh, Scylaac isn't gonna bring protection. He might bring one of his flashball stress teams, or he might bring like a dodgy team or a Vessel team, like the Oppressive Vessel. I thought like, oh, the Goliath comp can handle all those, right? It'll be perfectly okay. But then he didn't do it. He brought this, which had a lot of protection, which is somewhat understandable because for the past like 6 matches I had been playing. Also, ouch, chances. For the past 6 matches I had been playing goddamn mark teams, essentially. Like every single one was either a mark team or a damage team, so it would make sense that I would play one again. And Scylaac just thought, you know what, let's bring something that has a lot of protection, and we'll see how that works against Shep. So today we're playing in Saturn, and Saturn's actually someone that also participated in the tournament and did very well for themselves. I think it was the first tournament they participated in, but they got all the way to I think fighting in like the quarterfinals of the losers bracket, so they definitely went very far. They won lots of best of 3s to actually get that far. And what do I want to do here? I will also explain the team very shortly, but I'm considering whether or not I should drop a Bulwark here. It's weird, but I will drop a Bulwark, even though it's not going to help very much against the stress output, which is going to absolutely demolish me. I still think it's worth it, rather than just missing the double cells, because I don't even have rate of execution on this Crusader. Please miss. Okay, that's one miss, I'll live with that. So the setup that we have here with the Crusader, so you have a very tanky Crusader, and instead of having rate of execution, you have the Glorious Standard for even more tankiness and bigger heals with him, which, you know, is definitely worthwhile if you just want to have a good matchup against damage teams, and that's exactly what he's here to do. His heal, like, he might be getting stunned, but if he does get a chance to heal, he's gonna heal for like minimum of 6 and a maximum of like 18 if he gets the max roll and the crit, which happens more often than you'd think, by the way. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure whether I want to just drop an immediate punish. Yeah, I'll just drop an immediate punish here. So the flagell is going to have Crown of Thorns and Reclaim, which is going to give you that regen potential against other characters. And if he gets focused down early, you don't have to drop a command buff. You can still just go ahead and exsanguinate quite happily, which is probably what you want to do in most situations. So the same abomination is really dropping down to 0, which is very good for me, because once the abomination goes out, that's one less character that can kill my flagellant, essentially. Oh, they actually go for the stun and get it. Have they dropped a command buff? They haven't. How fortunate. How fortunate of them to actually get that. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. There isn't too much else I can do, and I'm probably still gonna drop a command buff into a Zealous Accusation, which is going to bring one of these characters of Saturn's down to 0 here. Yeah, he is playing the Kalashnikov Stress, so I'm pretty sure he played this lots and lots in the tournament. It's definitely a very competent team. If you don't have the offense to match it, or the defense to match it, you are just going to get completely outpaced. And yeah, if your team isn't completely optimized for a situation like this, it's not going to work out, because it just has way too much stress output. Of course, between the Glorious Standard, the dodge, the numbing instance on the Man-at-Arms, and the Content of Absolution on the Flagellant, we have a little bit more sustainability here, but that is a very good Zealous crit. Yeah, 41 stress, dude. Damn, that is massive. Yeah, that abomination, I'm not sure if he's gonna get the second transformation off. You might want to guard him. You might want to guard him here, or else he might just die. You do not want to let him die before the second transformation happens. That would be disastrous, to say the very least. Well, I can go ahead and just drop a Bellow here. It's gonna do a decent amount of stress. Oh, it does 7. Yeah, it could have been worse, I guess. So yeah, in terms of the trinkets, I've already explained the Crusader and the Flagellant. Onto the Grave Rob, we just have the very usual setup. You just bring Satchel of Dirty Tricks, Monkey Spell. Some people like Leather Bandolier and Satchel, which is weird. I feel like you should always bring Monkey Spell, and then Satchel of Dirty Tricks just comes very naturally, because 10 accuracy, 20 wide skill chance, 10 stress stealth, and even a little bit of dodge. Like, you just can't go wrong with it. It makes it so you also don't really need the command buff to actually hit your panic darts. You'll still have relatively reliable accuracy, which is, of course, what you want, right? So right now, I haven't taken too much DOT on her, so I'm not gonna drop the Toxin Trickery just yet. I'm gonna do this instead. 110 accuracy, and I actually hit. That is very fortunate here. The Handmaster has the full-on aggressive setup instead of the monkey spawn, but it's actually helping me out a touch here. And she dodges. Do I really want to drop Toxin Trickery? I'm not sure. I feel like just dropping Panic Darts here is going to be better overall. Yeah, it's weird, but that's what I think. Okay, what's my hit chance? 38. Let's go for the Occultist. Let's take him out of the match. Take him out of the equation, because if we can take the Occultist and the Abomination out, these two characters practically can't handle what's left. So if I can just go ahead and do that, I'll be a very happy shepherd doggy. So this time it does hit, it does connect there. And in terms of the man-at-arms, you just bring Pitfighter's Helm to have that protection, because just with Pitfighter's Helm, even without guarding, you have 50 prot, and if you guard again, you're basically unkillable against a lot of damage teams. And with the Numbing Instance, it just lets you survive for a bit longer against the stress teams. You could run Eerie Eye, but I feel like Numbing Instance here is better because you already have a good enough matchup against damage. And if 80 prot isn't enough, I'm not sure if Eerie Eye would really make that much of a difference, honestly. I want to hit the doggy. I have 135 accuracy, let's do it. Yeah, 135 accuracy for the win. It's a 90% hit chance, just bleed him. I was kind of brain firing there as to what I wanted to do, but yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. Okay, they actually go for the heal here, which I find surprising. I feel like they should have just transformed, done their action, and then clicked again, and all that DOT would have gone away, and then they could have healed, and everything would have been perfectly fine for them. But now they're going to be at this store, and now they are going to be at this store, and it's not going to be too pleasant, because I'm going to drop yet another Zealous. But it does miss. It does miss that dog, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, one thing I should note is that Kalashnikov Stress does not do well against Flagellants, because you really don't have... Oh, that's why you transform first. That's why you transform first. It doesn't really have lots of ways to deal with this Culted Map solution, apart from just trying to brute force it with AoE abilities and maybe slams. At the end, you're gonna have to use Weakening Curse, and it's very subpar. Yeah, it is very subpar. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop another Melody Buff here. Maybe I could have dropped the Panic Darts first onto the Occultist. That was an idea. Maybe hope for a crit, give myself a little bit of dodge. That could have worked, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I'm still gonna go for the Panic Darts, so if you do give me the chance to do it. Did I drop a Bellow? I mean, did I drop a Bolster? I did. I still took 14 stress down. Carnival Mask shenanigans. Now let's go ahead and drop another one there to the Occultist, so now he's ticking down to 0, and also gonna get afflicted very soon. This is kind of the problem with the Kalashnikov Stress, is that it is not tanky. It is not tanky whatsoever. You have a very squishy backline. Your front line also isn't too tanky, and it can definitely go down quickly. It can take things down very quickly, but it can also go down quickly. I might just drop an Exsanguinate here for the tempo. 4 damage, yes, but I do get the bleed, so that's perfectly okay. Yeah, you could just drop the Redeem here, but honestly, if I drop the Exsanguinate onto this Man-at-Arms, every single one of my opponent's characters is in terrible shape, so I feel like overall that's just better. Even though I don't have like an AoE ability to just goof all of them at once, I still think this is overall better play for me. Does the guard go away now? Oh, abusive, no. Yeah, the guard did go away, meaning I can hit with Zealous, but I have to actually hit. It's easier said than done. Oh, 32 stress. Yes, let me waste that, please. Let me waste all that stress right there. And I go Irrational. Oh no, Man-at-Arms, don't do it. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and drop the command buff, give myself some accuracy. Try to take out what Saturn is playing here. Also, I don't know this team's name, so Scylaac, if you are watching, do feel free to tell me what the team's name actually is. He goes for the Act Out Absolution. That's hilarious. It's actually hilarious. Oh, you're actually taking down to 0 there. Ah. Okay, let's drop the Zealous now. Come on, can I get another Zealous crit? Ah, the Zealous crits are long gone. Also have 2 Bellow debuffs now. So yeah, there's no way. But the Man-at-Arms isn't feeling too happy, is he? Doesn't have any protection, doesn't have any stress resistance, any DOT resistance. So he's just gonna have a really rough time against anything that tries hitting him. Really, his only defense is applying those battle debuffs quite reliably and also doing a lot of stress when he does it. So, yeah, okay, that's fine. That is fine, doesn't really accomplish too much against me. I could drop a Panic Darts here. That would be close to killing him, but I feel like getting the kills through the damage way, or at least going for the death blows is overall better here, so I just drop the Panic Darts on the Houndmaster. If he wants to do a self-heal, he won't really have enough sustain to counter it, because he's gonna go down to 0 now, and he's gonna have 10 DOT, and even if he does heal, yeah, he doesn't heal. He doesn't heal, just go straight on for the offense. Interesting, he might be thinking of healing next round then. My opponent has been kind of unlucky not getting more crits with their abilities though, I must say. I feel like you should have gotten more crits by now, but let's just go ahead and drop the punish here. And a little bit of stress can help, even though it's not gonna accomplish too much. I'm still gonna drop the Death Star by start of next round. I'm probably gonna have to drop a redeem here on the Grave Robber, kind of a preemptive redeem. Or not really a preemptive redeem, but a bit of a sad redeem though, I'll tell you that much. Well, I have two choices on who I want to kill. Who do I want to kill? I wish I had like an antiquarian with finisher right now, but if I had that I probably wouldn't be in this situation, so let's go ahead and drop it onto the Houndmaster. It's the least waste of stress. So I'm just gonna do that. Maybe take him out immediately. Oh, masochistic though. Yeah, that's gonna help. That's gonna help quite a bit. Also, look at this. 2 stealth frontliners. I don't think I can Zealous now. Yeah, I can't Zealous. Even though both the frontliners are here, they're both stealth. So I genuinely cannot Zealous or Punish. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, that is actually hilarious. I might not be able to hit them. I might have to go on the defense here. Also, one thing you could do is you could bring the Inspiring Cry on this team instead of with the Glorious Standard instead of like a Holy Lance. But I'm not quite sure what Scylaac was doing, so I just decided to bring something that's a little less wacky. So here we are. Well, let's drop the bell. That's definitely gonna cause an affliction and lots of stress. And yeah, both teams are kind of at breaking point. I think Saturn's team is a bit more at the breaking point, let's be honest. But my team is getting quite close too. My Crusade is gonna go Afflicted, my Flagellant's gonna go Afflicted. He's out 2 heals already. Crown of Thorns is not helping us on that, by the way. And here comes the Abyssal Artillery. Does it hit? Wow, a dodge, really? Was there no command buff? Yeah, there was no command buff. Should have jumped the command buff first. Oh, but right now I have to do a very subpar move, which is just go for a heal here with the minus healing skills. If I don't, I probably just die to the 20%. You cannot let that happen. If you die to the 20% here, you lose the match on the spot. Maybe not. Maybe my Crusader could 1v3 this, or 1v4. Maybe that's a possibility, but yeah, I do not want to risk it. Keep in mind they should have transformed like 3 rounds ago for the second time. If they had done that, both these characters would be almost dead already, and I would definitely be afflicted on both my frontliners. But here we go, finally afflicted. Did that just do 20 stress in my Grave Robber? Hello? Oh damn, that's crazy. God damn. Okay, and the Dungeon Master goes Rapturous, as you might have guessed. So I still have the background here. Someone's asking for a Courageous Crusader background. I might do that sometime. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I gotta heal then. The double stealth frontline. Crit heal for 12, by the way. Yeah, the double stealth frontline. What a meme. What an actual meme. What's he gonna do now? Oh, he moves back. That's actually pretty good. That means that doesn't really mean too much if you want to go for a slam. Yeah, it means they could have dropped the Beast Spile after it, but oh yeah, they are gonna go for it. They're just gonna drop a Rake here. I'm not sure if that's the best play, because the Rake literally doesn't do anything for them. But it is definitely a play, so congrats on your play. Well, I'm gonna just drop a Zealous here. It's gonna potentially get the kill on the Man-at-Arms. Oh no. What is he, selfish? Okay, that's fine. And also, oh, with the crit. Oh, 38! That's so close. The Abomination is 1 off this door, by the way. Classic. What's he gonna do? Wow! 10, 11, and 11! Oh my god, that's so much stress. Yeah, both the Carnival Mask and the stealth from the Stygian Embrace are working on that. 10, 11, and 11. That's wild, dude. That's actually wild. Now let's try going for a kill here. Oh god, I'm gonna be at this store. I'm gonna be at this store. Maybe do some stress first. Maybe that will work better. Yeah, I'll just do some stress. Though if they do go Weakening Curse on me right now, I will just die. So maybe I should have dropped the Panic Darts here. But this will get at least one kill. Oh, extra stress on everyone though. Oh, that's massive. That's actually massive. They're gonna detransform Bile now. If they get a crit on the Bile, I might just die here with my Grave Robber. But it's unlikely. Yeah, I just dodged. That's very fortunate for me though, I will say. Well, I can kill the Occultist now, I'm pretty sure. Unless Abusive... Nah, Abusive can't do anything bad. Apart from moving forward, that would be kind of annoying. That, no, Abusive does not move forward. Today, at least. And here comes finally a Panic Darts crit. Is that like... I think I did 2 Panic Darts crits. Yeah, they're falling like dominoes now. 1 and a 2 and a 3, and that is gonna be it for Saturn. With a crit 15 as well, my gosh. So yeah, this is kind of just being outmatched in terms of the picks and counter picks, because this team has a pretty good time against Kalashnikov. Not because of its overall idea. Its overall idea is to have protection and to do well in that sense, but it also does well against stress, so it is a very well built team. So good job, Scylaac, on building it. Let's go on for match number 2. Alright, and here we go for a match number 2, and oh god, yeah. So I told Saturn, hey, I'll play the exact same thing, you can bring whatever you want. And boom, into the Immortal Musketeer. Oh god, I do have Panic Darts, so that's helpful, but this is still unbelievably outrageous. I cannot believe it. Oh, alright. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and drop a bolster here. That's gonna help a lot with the dodge and the anti-stress overall, so that is something I want to do. They bolster as well, meaning that now I might miss my Panic Darts on the Musketeer. Please don't miss, come on. Please don't miss the Panic Darts. Actually, let's go for the Abomination instead. Do some Blight onto him, even though the stress output isn't quite as much. Just so I don't miss. I really do not want to miss the first Panic Darts. That would be atrocious. So let's not let that happen. This matchup shouldn't be the end of the world, because I still have Crusader to spam Zealous. I still have a Flagellant here, which is really strong. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but it is what they go for. And of course, I have the Panic Darts in the back, which is gonna do very, very well against everything here. Basically, Panic Darts was kind of the idea that you cannot stall against it. With this team, you can kind of stall against it, but it is still quite difficult. Yeah, it is most definitely still difficult. I'm gonna drop a Block of Light here. I think it's gonna be useful in the long run to have that little bit of protection, because this match is gonna go quite long, and I feel like missing a double Zealous here doesn't really accomplish too much. Oh, come on. Dude. 49 dodge, by the way. That was what was the hit chance on that? Less than a 50. Yeah, less than a 15 to get a crit on it. What a sick joke. Now let's go for a punish here. I'm gonna try exhausting the enemy Flagellant. Maybe I can do it, maybe I can't, I don't know. I could try punishing the Man-at-Arms instead, but at least this will get the DOT rolling, which is what I want. I'll go ahead and suffer here. Yeah, that is somewhat to be expected. And I'm just gonna drop a Toxin Trickery here, give myself an extra 15 dodge, clear that annoying DOT. Really nothing wrong with it. Now I have 64 dodge, which is very difficult to hit. They're gonna drop a ranging shot so that they can actually hit, so that makes sense. That does make sense here. And I probably want to drop a command buff so I can hit as well. Or do I just want to drop Bellows? Decision making. I mean, my hit chance is kind of shitty. Not having Grid of Execution, so let me drop a command buff here. It's gonna be good overall as well as the crit chance. I think I should do this. Yeah, because with 90 accuracy only, you really have to be worried, because it's like an 80 hit here and a 79 on the Man-at-Arms. Those are definitely missed chances. They definitely are, but with this, it's just a confirmed hit every single time. And if I don't get Bellow debuffed, I actually do a very decent amount of damage, so Saturn might be forced to use those heals a little bit early here, which I of course quite appreciate, right? Most definitely appreciate. They only have plus 10 accuracy, so they should still miss my Grave Robber, unless they get very lucky once again, which I would be very unhappy to see. But let's just drop a punish now on the Man-at-Arms, trying to counter that region, but no, there's no counter. The Flagellant will drop down to 0 right now, so I don't really have to hit him. So that's good for me. And okay, they do miss. Alright, that's quite nice. Yeah, they don't do any stress to my flash at all, so that's good. I do have infinite sustain with the Rally to the Flame, but you know, it's not amazing levels of sustain. It's just some levels of sustain. I'm gonna drop the Bellow now. Let's just go ahead and do that, reduce their damage, and after that I probably want to start dropping Panic Darts onto that Musketeer. Maybe spread the pressure a little bit, or do I want to drop it onto the Men-at-Arms? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not the Men-at-Arms. Maybe not the Men-at-Arms anymore. Probably the Musketeers. He's kind of the soft spot of the Immortal Musketeers. So let's just go ahead and do that. No crits still, which is sad, but yeah, here comes the DOT, which is difficult to handle for sure. And the stress does stack up nicely too, so they do have to respond to it. Yeah, they definitely do. Hopefully we get a good affliction onto the Grave Robber later down the match. I should have just stopped the video on the first match, honestly. Like, it was 16 minutes, I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I should have stopped the video already. But then I was like, nah, let's keep playing, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine, don't worry about it, Shep. Yeah, clueless. Such a clueless little man. Well, let's drop this punish. Wow, big hit. 10 on there. Yeah, Crown of Thorns for value right there. And that is a very nice bleed being dealt to the Men-at-Arms as well, kind of countering the crit regen he just got. Here comes the ranging shot, it's gonna clear that stress up nicely. Only 12 at a time though, they don't have the brass bugle, so it could be worse. It could definitely be worse. I don't really have to drop a Zealous here, I can just heal. And even though it's weird, I will heal, just to keep myself out of the store for as long as possible. I feel like it's the smarter thing to do. So now they are forced to go for a heal because I get to go first. They're not forced to, they could risk it for the biscuit, but no, they're gonna go for the Exsanguinate. Do they get it? No, they do not. They do not get that Exsanguinate. Well, I'm gonna go with the immediate Panic Darts onto that Musketeer. Onto that Musketeer, maybe to get the crit would have been very lovely there. 74 dodge, but no, that won't be today. No 74 dodge for the Shepherd Doggy. They could also fail the Blights on me. Here they go with the Defender now. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. Let's just go ahead and drop a Zealous on that then. Try to hurt both characters quite a bit still. And yeah, I will be able to do something here. I will be able to do something. If you are guarding the Flagrant, you cannot guard the Musketeer, so that's always the threat of the Panic Darts. I can focus one character. And they do hit, and they do apply the Blight too. Damn, how annoying. How annoying is that? Well, let's go ahead and just drop another Battle debuff here. Just a little more stress being dealt, especially to that Musketeer. It does a little more than to the other characters. So I do very much appreciate it. Is she blighting down to 0? I don't imagine she is. Probably not, but she... Yeah, no, she's not blighting down to 0, but she's definitely blighting down to something. Come on, crit. Oh, 4? Seriously? Do apply the bleed. Yeah, I can't believe I do 4. One good thing is I always have the Zealous here for that AoE pressure, so that's really quite helpful. What are they gonna do? Suffer her? Yeah, they are. They are gonna suffer her, huh? Interesting decision. I guess I will just drop yet another Panic Darts then. I really don't mind. Another Panic Darts for the Musketeer. She's getting afflicted soon, so that's very good. And she's taking a lot of DOT too. Still no crits from my Grave Robber, by the way. Yeah, the crit chance isn't helping me today. If I did have the Leatherman Julia, I bet I would have gotten a crit already, but what can you do about it, right? Well, they're probably gonna drop a Reclaim on here, I imagine. No, another Suffer. That's very weird. Usually you don't drop Suffer twice. Usually you Reclaim, wait for the DOT to come, and then you Suffer. But who am I to say? Who am I to say? Well, I'm just gonna drop yet another command buff, because I'm already lacking on the accuracy. If they hit me down to 0 here, I might genuinely just use a Rally to the Flame. That's an idea. Okay, now they're gonna go Ranging Shot. Yeah, they're clearing the stress, but it's stacking up. It is stacking up. You're already at 49. It's only gonna get worse. And do I get to go first? I imagine I do. Haha, double crit heal, my favorite. But I do get to go first here, so unless you stun my Crusader now, the next Zealous might come with a death blow. Yeah, it's a 5%, but it's a Death Store check on there. Those are always quite useful to have. So they drop the Bellow now, and I also get a crit heal. Yay! And I myself will just go ahead and risk it for the... No. And also, interesting thing someone mentioned, it's quite ironic that a doggy is saying risk it for the biscuit. right? Because, you know, the Shepherd doggy. I actually have surrendered to her here. Yeah, still, because I forgot to change it out. But once again, I am playing Grave Robber, so it does make sense. You surrender to her. They actually hit me again. Please, where's my 64 dodge at? And nowhere to be seen, I guess. Well, let's drop a Zealous here. Go for the 5%. Oh, they actually have the dodge because of the Last Breath color. That could have saved them right there. Yeah, the Last Breath color dodge would have been quite interesting to see, but no, they do not get it. And now they're probably gonna drop the Redeem, I imagine. They didn't have to do it immediately. They could have done something else, but yeah, what do they want to do? They might risk it again just to clear that DOT with a Suffer. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They might want to stun my Crusader or slam the Crusader. That's what I would do here. They would just prevent me from dropping more Zealouses, because the Zealouses are kind of shredding them, honestly. And it's not being very good for them. One thing I could do, though, is drop a Panic Darts onto the MAA. But, yeah, well, let's do it. Drop a Panic Darts on him. Finally crit. That's quite helpful. 11 stress Panic Darts crit. Yeah, my favorite. How much anti-stress does he have? He has minus 35 there. So he has minus 80% stress taken. He has the max. Yeah, he's literally maxed out. 74 dodge and you still hit. Oh my god, what is the justice? Where is the justice? Yeah, nowhere to be seen. You know what? I'm gonna drop another command buff here just so I can actually hit that stupid Zealous on the 30 dodge flatulent. 30 dodge flatulent, what a joke. Now they have to choose if they want to heal or else they'll die. They're gonna heal there. If I get a crit punish though, they're still gonna go down to 0. So come on, crit punish. Oh, it's not a crit punish. No. If only it had been a crit punish. 30 crit chance, by the way. No crit. No crits. No crits for anyone. I'm gonna drop another Zealous here. It's gonna be 5% number 2 Electric Boogaloo. Let's see if it works. I'll see if it works. It is gonna hit for sure. I didn't have to drop the Zealous, actually. I could have dropped something else. Also, did you see there? Stress dealt minus 7. Because of the minus stress taken over there, it actually calculates how much stress you would not do. And it stacks up to that, which is quite interesting. Well, we're gonna drop the Redeem now. Yeah, makes sense. Ah, crit 60, my favorite. Yeah. That's fine, though. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, crit 60 because of the Blast Breath color. Saturn mentions it as well. In this situation, I will have to drop another heal at my Flagellant, which is quite unfortunate, but let's just drop a Battle debuff first and then go from there. Yeah, I am running out of heals, most definitely. They've also used 2 already, which is pretty good, but I'm gonna have to use my second now, and it is quite an unfortunate second. Or will I? Or will I have to use my second? It depends on how they want to use their actions here. Because if they use them poorly, I will not have to use my second. I'm gonna drop this onto the Musketeer. Once she actually goes Afflicted here, things are gonna turn out a lot better for me. So hopefully she gets like a Rational, does a pass or 2, and that's already gonna save me the match. But she goes Ranging Shot. She doesn't want that to happen, obviously. Oh, the stress failed though. But yeah, now I don't actually have to go for the heal because they used their Musketeer action. So kind of a misplay from my opponent, if you ask me, but they're taking... Yeah, go for that. Oh, come on! 30 crit chance. I don't take it. I really need the crits here. No. After this, I'm definitely gonna exsanguinate that Man at Arms there. Or do I want to redeem? Oh, it's rough. It is rough. I kind of... It is definitely rough, but let's go for the exsanguinate here. And come on, where's my crit chance? And I mean, I do get a crit there, but I don't get to bleed because I haven't been getting any crits. 2 command buffs equals crits, that's what I tell myself. And the Flagellant, when he's low on HP, gets even more crit chance. Unbelievable, actually unbelievable. Well, here comes the Ranging Shot. Yeah. Here come the Ranging Shots. And I'm just gonna... Oh, please, Alice, do 4 damage. Okay, it did 4 damage, that's very good. It means the Flagellant's dropping back down to 0, which is exactly what I want, because they'll be in a position where either they heal or they get hit by a Zealous start of next round, which could take them out. I don't know why they're just spamming Beast Smile. They could have transformed, stunned my Crusader, they could be doing a lot of things. If you watch Tiger Finger Man play, you'll definitely see he doesn't just spam Beast Smile with his Abomination, even though that's what he wants to do. Oh, I go Abusive, no! The worst affliction. Apart from Masochistic here. can't believe I went abusive. Yeah, because it's minus 15 dodge now, so say goodbye to the Toxin Trickery. Yeah, I am saying goodbye to it. I mean, I do damage now. I do, like, what, an extra point of damage, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, sure, I guess it'll help a bit. A bit, just a little bit. Tiny, minuscule bit. Almost not considerable. I'm gonna drop another command buff though, just so I can actually hit the flagellant here. What's he gonna do? What is he going to do? Yeah, I'm not sure if my opponent knows just how much dodge they actually have on the flagellant, because I used to play Last Breath Call and I didn't actually realize how much dodge I had until I dodged the lunge. And I was like, holy crap, holy crap, I actually have a lot of dodge, huh? Okay, they're at, oh, it's an 18. Oh yeah, that's it, that's GG. I don't think they can win this anymore. I'm not sure they should have done that. I'm not sure they should have done that. They should have stunned my Crusader, slammed my Crusader. I mean, I have Glorious Standard here, so it's quite unlikely that they do that. But yeah, that is gonna be GG. Maybe not the best played Immortal Musketeer right there, but still GG's to my opponent, and this team does take it. So if you had any doubts onto whether this team can fight the Immortal Musketeer, yes it can. It has Panic Darts, and it has Zealous Spam, so it can fight the Immortal Musketeer. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers!